Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Kerbal Space Program with me, Alfapiomega and Alpha Industries. It's dawn, day 201, and we got sort of a cool eclipse going on right there. When you look at our status bar, or whatever this is called, you can see that I progressed quite a lot in when it comes to money. Not so much when you talk science, but you know, that's okay. I'm happy with the money part for now. Now, this is pretty good because we will soon be able to upgrade the launchpad if we desire so to unlimited and unlimited settings. Currently we are limited by vessel size and weight, and then we'll be unlimited by both. Or we are over halfway through to upgrading the research and development, which is kind of important for us because it will allow us to have Kerbals collecting surface samples on EVAs, which is a great way how to gain science. Now, currently we are in a bit of an impasse. I'm gonna tell you a bit about it, and then you will see my mode of thinking and what I'm going for here, because it's all connected as it usually is. So when we look at the mission control, our current offered missions are terrible. We can either take a VIP on a high-G adventure, which could be fun, you know, but it pays really badly, and we don't have any planes, and I'm not launching a rocket because of this. We have a number of missions to conduct observational or atmospheric surveys or temperature surveys of Kerbin, and despite them not paying all that bad, I'm no longer interested in these because we do have better missions available. I think I'm gonna accept these again when we get to space planes, but now I'm not interested. We have a kind of interesting mission to position a satellite in an equatorial orbit of Minmus, which could be fun. However, it doesn't pay that well and it's kinda hard, so I decided to not accept this mission. Even though it could be cool, I'm not interested at this point. And we have a mission to rescue Quality from orbit of Kerbin, which is awful because we don't have RCS or any kind of, you know, easy way how to do this. So yeah, the money aren't all that bad, but I'm not interested. Now, we do have 4 active missions. One of them is Explore the Mun. We have finished the Land on the Mun part, and we have about 40,000 still hanging, well, actually more than 40,000, almost 42,000, hanging on, actually 43,000 when I'm looking at it, 32.5, to plant a flag on the Mun, which would require a Kerbal land there. But we will get this, you know, the aforementioned amount of money and the science point, which is good, you know. So that's a mission that we have in the future decided to do. We still have quite a lot of, you know, way to go. We also do have 2 missions considering Minmus. One of them is conduct observational surveys of Minmus, which I accepted solely for the cash, which is incredible. Together, when you look at that, it gives over 80,000 just for this mission. We got 21,500 in advance, and we're gonna get another 63,000, maybe 64,000 for completing this, and that is incredible. So I accepted that, and I intend to do this mission. I also intend to combine this mission with the other mission that we have, which is to test Roadmax model S2 on a suborbital trajectory over Minmus, which gave us another 11,000 and will give us a science point and another 28,125 once we finish it. So overall, the next trip to Minmus will give us over 110,000 and a science point, which is incredible. However, that's not what we're gonna do today. Today we have a different mission in mind, because the game has casually offered me this. Test S1 SRB KD 25K kickback solid fuel booster at the launch site. Now, this is just a simple mission where you put a booster and you put a crew pod on it and you launch it, you know. Easy cash, easy way, and I like these because you test the parts and you can see what you're going for. However, the kickback solid fuel boosters, for those of you that are not familiar with it, is the best booster that's in the game. It's in the 9-day research points technology level, which is called heavy rocketry, and as I mentioned, it's the best one that's in the game. It weighs 24 tons, which is about 3 times more than the BACC thumper, which we were using until now. And you know, I could have just went and tested it, but I started thinking about it, and I came to a conclusion. This solid fuel booster is a gauntlet dropped by the game to tell me that I need to go plant a flag on the Mun. And I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna pick up that glove and I'm gonna go and land on Mun. So for this sole reason, I have designed what is now known as the Mun Lander Mark 1. Where are you? Here. Now this is going to be a bit technical, so those of you who are not interested in the technicalities can skip ahead. I'll try to put the timing in the video so you know where to go. But for those of you who are not, here comes 10 minutes of tech talk. Ready? Ready. So this should actually be called Munlander Mark 1A or Munlander Mark 1 Alpha or whatever. Or we could have other, which would be called a prototype, Munlander Mark 1 prototype or something. Because this has never... Oh my god, what have I done? Bad things are happening. I accidentally moved the stages. Where are you, Munlander? But this is an actual rocket that has behind it about 2 evenings worth of designing, where I was constantly changing it and redesigning it. It goes all around the logic that to land on the Mun, we will not take 1 Kerbal, but 2. The original thought behind this rocket was that we are going to take... well, originally I wanted to take 3 because I have, I don't know under which part it is located. Here, under utility. We have the Mark 1 cabin, which can store 2 Kerbals in it. So I originally wanted to send 3, but I found no way how to incorporate this in the rocket, because when you look at it, it has 2 crew hatches, but they're on the upper and lower part, and that's just impossible to combine with our other part. So in the end, I decided to have 2 command pods, you know, put like this, and in the upper one we'll have Jebediah, and in the lower one we'll have Bob Kerman, our scientist, because what kind of a mission it would be, you know, what kind of landing on the Mun it would be when we wouldn't have a scientist on board. I guess you follow my logic there, right? So anyway, I knew that I was working around this, but what was the thought behind this? Well, you know that I usually build symmetrical rockets with 4 boosters on each side, and this time I had to go with 3 because we are simply too heavy. You know, there's no way how I could do this with 4 boosters when one weighs 24 tons. Them alone would, you know, make the rocket 120... Actually, 120? That's 116. Yeah, 116 tons. So that's just too much. So I went with 3, and the order of action is as follows. These solid fuel boosters, calculated, should take us somewhere to around 8,000 meters. Now they will launch in conjunction with this lower swivel liquid fuel engine that will accompany us. And, you know, I'm usually using the Remnant liquid fuel engines, but we have one heavier swivel at the lower part of the rocket, which will steer in case you know, the ship becomes unwieldy, because I'm a bit worried. Not everything is symmetrical. We're carrying on 2 goo pods, we only have 2 solar panels, and a number of other things could go wrong. So we have the swivel engine below that, you know, in case things go wrong, will carry us. Now again, I haven't tested this booster at all because I can't. You know, once I launch it on the launch pad, it's gone. So this is a one-time mission only until we unlock the well, not bigger, more advanced technology, heavy rocketry in name. Now we can get a similar mission later on. Then we could launch another mission to MUN or Minmus or wherever we want to go, but so far this is a one-way thing. Anyway, once these boosters burn out, we're gonna launch these 3 liquid fuel boosters, which will again be steered by this engine if necessary. I'm gonna keep shutting it down and reactivating it based on the fact, based on the need. Because this is the main orbital burn stage. Once these will burn out, they will be decoupled and we'll have this middle rocket to take us to orbit. I'm expecting it to be able to, and then when it's decoupled, it will look like this. These 3 upper stage boosters are the ones that are supposed to take us to MUN, decelerate, and land us. Eventually we'll end up with this, if I can show you, which should land on the MUN and allow Bob and Jeb to do their job. Now, the funny fact is that this is all a theory. A number of things could go wrong. Mostly, I'm afraid of this thing spiraling out of control. I now do have the struts, but yeah, I'm not entirely sure if they will be enough to keep this thing. We could also, I lowered the, what's it called? Hold on, I need to check this. It's called, thrust limiter. Okay, so I wanted to say thrust limit, but thrust limiter on these boosters so they won't burn at 100%. I tried to calculate it compared to this mass, but again, I never used them, so I don't know how they will perform. But it's gonna be an adventure. Second biggest problem I have is that this is really big, and landing this on the MUN will be a nightmare. Because we'll have to be super careful, and if this tips over, we are completely screwed, because there's no way how to get this stand up straight again. So those are the 2 biggest issues I have or the 2 biggest things that I'm afraid of. I'm pretty sure that we will get to MUN and decelerate, even if, and I'm hoping that won't happen, but even if these won't be allowed to land us on the MUN, one of these should be enough to take 1 crew pod home, including the engine and some scientific equipment. We have double the amount of fuel, so hopefully it will be possible and enough. If not, it should at least get us to orbit around Kerbin, and then we can make some sort of emergency or, emergency missions to save the 2 poor stranded Kerbals. Now, the original design was a bit different, but it was also much heavier. I'm gonna show you how, or what I mean by that. The current design weighs 137 tons. I went all the way to 139.8 tons, but then I decided that the 2.8 tons that we will save by doing certain changes to the design will benefit us in the long run. Namely, it will allow this mission to not end up in orbit around the MUN, but will allow us to, or worse, get stranded on the MUN, but will allow us to return. Originally, this did not look like this. There was a decoupler and 2 heat shields here, so that when we enter the orbit suborbital flight on Minmus on the return trip, this will decouple and each of these modules will land alone, making it a bit safer for Kerbals. Now, I eventually decided that that's an idiotic idea because when I decouple them, I will only be in control of one of them, and that means that the other one will possibly spiral out of control and kill the Kerbal. So I have decided to keep a heat shield only here, and once we enter the suborbital flight, this will decouple, and we'll have, just like this heat shield plus this above it entering the atmosphere. Hopefully that's gonna work. I'm not entirely sure. I never designed anything like this before. I landed on the MUN before, but with a much different craft and only 1 Kerbal. This is gonna be, I wanted to make it special, so that's why we have 2 Kerbals landing there at this point. Okay, Another thing that I should probably mention about this is the fact that we have no parachutes on it whatsoever, because those, well, you might think it's not much, it's 0.1 ton per parachute, but just 3 parachute on each of these big boosters to save them make a ton. Then we had 3 on each of these, and eventually they made most of the now 2.9 tons that we got rid of. So we're gonna sacrifice the money for this. We're gonna get rid of these boosters and let them just get destroyed in the re-entry, because, well, not during re-entry, during launch, you know, they're just gonna decouple and burn. It's gonna be a bit of a cash loss, but we can afford it. We can do this, and the rocket is not that expensive. Even only the mission to land on the Mun will give us a, I don't know, 26,000. Plus, we'll probably get some money for planting the flag on the Mun, like I don't know what's called, world first milestones or something like that. So it's not gonna be a big loss. It's gonna be like a 5,000 loss, and the next mission to Minmus will make us over 100,000. So I'm pretty sure that we can afford this. So I guess that's all that's to be said for this design. I don't know what else I should mention. It's a big stretch. I'm hoping that this will not end bad, because if it does, we'll kill 2 Kerbals and not 1. Bob is completely green, so he's gonna get a lot of experience, and I'm really interested if Jip is gonna get additional experience for landing on Mun, because the orbits around Kerbin, Mun, and Minmus gave him some experience, but landing is a whole different thing. So I guess I'm gonna do a final check on this thing. I'm gonna set the stages and double check that I haven't forgotten anything. And then I'll see you guys on the launch pad with Jeb and Bob. Okay, here we are on the launch pad, and I'm already feeling a bit scared because of that. I don't know, that can't be a really good sign to have an eclipse right at when you're trying to do something like that. But we'll look this way. That way we won't be too scared. Oh my god, it's already starting very well. Well, I checked the stages, everything seems to be okay. I'm gonna prepare by putting on the SAS. We have Jebediah and we got Bob here, so that's a pilot and a scientist. I believe Jebediah is up on, yeah, it's in the upper module, so that's cool. So let's turn on the SAS again, and I guess there's not much else to do than to say that we're gonna start. So I'm gonna switch on the lights. Wow, those are really heavy lights. I think that's gonna take a lot of electricity from us. Okay, we're not losing any because I think we're still on, in the network. Okay, anyway, let's go. 3, 2, 1, mark. Okay, a bit of a setback, but we're going up. Okay, it's okay. I toggled down the central engine. It seems like we do not need it. The rocket is very stable. So far so good. We pass the 500 meters on my mark. Yeah, passing some clouds. Okay, I'm happy with this. I'm very doubtful that these boosters will take us all the way to, what is it, 10,000 meters, but we'll see. Okay, we're past the 7-kilometer mark, and there we go. We have gotten rid of the boosters, and we are running on the liquids. Everything seems to be pretty stable, so I'm gonna shut down the central engine, and we're gonna continue going up for a bit of a time until we reach the 15-kilometer mark. That's a good time to do an orbital maneuver, so let's go for this.
I'm hoping I will be able to do this without the central engine. Nope, 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 nope. I have to engage it. Come on. Don't. Oh boy. Well, without the central engine it's a bit unwieldy, but we are where we need to be, so let's see, 25 kilometers, almost, yeah. I think we can shut down the central one, yeah. So now we're running only on the liquid boosters, which is good, you know. We're having, you know, there's something really nice about morning launches. I wish we had some clock here to see what time it is, but yeah, it's nice. The lighting is really nice. Okay, the boosters got us to some 69 kilometers, and now they're empty, so I'm gonna engage... Oh, I'm gonna get rid of them first, and then engage the remaining engine. We're gonna get this to about, say, 72 kilometers, and we're gonna coast up. It's gonna be a bit unwieldy, because we have a very heavy top, and this engine is really not strong enough, but I think we're doing sort of good. This goes to about T minus 20 seconds, then we're gonna engage the engine and see what it's gonna do. T minus 37. So far I'm very happy with the performance of the rocket. All the engines are doing what they were designed to do. We have no major setbacks, so it seems like we should be okay. So, burn. Burn, burn, burn. We need to get a bit closer to the apoapsis, but then we're gonna have to start burning on a bit of an angle to keep the apoapsis from approaching us. So, let's keep it at some... Well, yeah, we have to burn on a significant angle, man. That's nearly 45 degrees. That's not good, but we have a ton of fuel left. I'm pretty happy about that, and as we continue increasing our speed, we should see the apoapsis moving away, at which point I can slowly adjust the angle so that we're just about chasing it. I'm not sure this is the best way how to do this or most effective, but it seems to work well for me and for the situations where I'm going to Minimus or some other place. So I'm kinda happy with this. Yeah, we can go down. How are we doing on fuel? Still a ton of fuel. So it seems to be okay. We're past 1500 meters per second. The engine will decouple, well, we'll have to decouple the engine soon, so I'll remain here and decouple it immediately once that happens. Go. Okay, so we've lost a bit of thrust, I believe, but we're still doing okay on the whole apoapsis. I'm gonna get slightly closer to it because now nothing will happen to us, and we're gonna burn at the apoapsis. Yep. So this is looking very good. Very good. Okay, we have established an orbit, and it's a really nice, really efficient orbit of 74.7 and 75.7 kilometers. I'm happy with that. I also already set up a maneuver that will take us to the Mun with a expected periapsis of 50.5 kilometers. We're gonna be there in 24 minutes, so we do have time. I actually want to check if we can get some more data from the orbit, because yeah, we can't from this. I haven't checked if we haven't forgotten anything in orbit in a long while, you know. So it's good to check that. Now let's see if Bob can go on an EVA. Yeah, he can. That's one thing that I haven't really checked, whether or not he can get out of his command pod, because that would have been an unpleasant adventure if he couldn't. Well, I'm gonna speed it up and we're gonna start the burn very soon. It's gonna be a long one, 1 minute 21 seconds, but there's a lot of fuel left in these engines, and I kind of like the description of this Terrier engine on the wiki, where they say that the Terrier doesn't have a lot of thrust, but it is it is a great engine for vacuum, where it will get you places while sipping fuel like a true gentleman. So I kind of like that. So let's get past all of this to our maneuver, and we're gonna go for MUN. 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes 46. Okay, time to find our place and go. I let the lights on and they're really consuming quite a lot of electricity, so I'm gonna, well, you know what, we're gonna burn and we're gonna see, because the sun is just behind the horizon. We have these solar panels here, so they might start slowly recharging. 672, I'm gonna leave it up there. Yeah, okay, even with the lights on we can still recharge our electricity. It's really important. Those lights, man, are very, very, very powerful. They say so in the description, but yeah, they are. They're gonna come in handy during the landing. So we're gonna start the burn at T-minus 40 seconds, and we're gonna hope that I'm gonna be precise in doing this, because the periapsis changed. It was 50 meters. Anyway, let's go. There's no need to discuss this for much longer. So I'll see you in a minute. Okay, we're finishing the burn. I'm gonna start throttling down so that we don't overshoot it. We still got about 20 meters. 15, 13, 10, 5, 2. Okay, and we are there, right? Oh, hold on, I've been burning in the wrong direction. I was so focused on this little panel here that I completely missed out that the direction of the burn has changed. Okay, perfect. So let's see what our final approach would be like. Well, 33 kilometer periapsis is more than beautiful, and it was, if we wouldn't stop, it would slingshot us at a pretty rough, uneven orbit. But I like that it slingshots you in a way that you might, for example, encounter Minimus. It's something to keep in mind, that it might be an efficient way to go. So there's the MUN, we're here, and I'll see you when we are there. Okay, we just encountered the MUN with a periapsis of 33 kilometers. This is pretty cool. We're in a really good shape as far as everything goes. We have full electric charge. Yeah, all of these were destroyed during the launch, but I think, yeah, we completed our mission. And pretty certain we now weigh only 13.3 tons, so it's pretty good. Our crew is fine, velocity is okay. I should use these information, I think, a bit more, because it's pretty useful. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go and get in orbit of MUN. Oh, it shouldn't be all that hard. We're really gonna burn just here, and we're gonna do one first set of experiments. I need to see how we're doing with this. Okay, that's not really worth recovering, I think. What about mystery goo? Nope, nothing here. Temperature. It's been a while since we've been here, so I'm not entirely sure if there's not some signs that I left out. Come on, Bob. Get me an EVA. Okay. No need to focus on that. So I need to coast towards the periapsis, which is 17 minutes away. So just enjoy the view of the expanding Mun. And then we're gonna establish an orbit. 43 kilometers is actually pretty cool. I like this area here. Would be really nice to land in. It's on the sunny side. Everything seems to be pretty good. So, Jebediah, start focusing yourself, or pointing the ship retrograde, and we'll start burning. Actually, we can start burning now. We're almost at the point where this is necessary. Okay, well, from high up here it looks way more even than from here. God damn. So let's get a nice 33. That's 45. Okay, for 428, that's fine. I guess, yeah, this area right here looks really good, but damn, this is really, look at all those craters. I don't want to, we need to time it out so we land somewhere in between the craters. If we do land on an actual crater, we are pretty screwed. So I'm gonna extend the antenna now. I'm gonna start collecting EVA reports if we can. Okay, Midlands, not so hot. Is this different? Nope, still Midlands. And research to be had here. Nope, that's just scrapes. Wait, why the hell did I do that again? I don't know. No, that's not worth recovering. Crew report, I guess. Yeah, it's also not recoverable. No pressure or anything like that we would really want. Okay, so I'll finish an entire orbit. We're at 11.6 signs now, so I'm hoping that when I see you guys, we'll be doing much better. Okay, we've completed a full rotation around Mun, and we actually did collect 2 crew reports. We got one from Moon's Farsight crater, which is, I believe, this one, and then from Mun's Midland craters, which is somewhere around here. So we're now sitting at 16.4 signs, already very useful. But now comes the harrowing part. We'll need to actually do this, and yeah, this area in general seems pretty good. I think we'll be able to navigate it by heart, so we'll just coast towards the node. Yeah, this area looks generally okay. If we landed, for example, here, it would be fine. If you landed here or on some kind of other slope, that would just suck so much. I can't really explain that, how much it would suck. So let's reorient ourselves to retrograde burn. Yeah, maybe we'll try to aim for this. This general area looks pretty good. We have 405.6 meters per second to shave off, which is pretty much all of our speed. We'll actually go for a complete halt once we get closer to the surface. We won't need the lights, but yeah, I'll stop burning right about now. We can Well, the good news is that as we burn, we're losing weight. Where is our weight? Here you can see that it's decreasing pretty rapidly. So the more we burn, the easier the landing will be for us. I'm gonna record this entire part because it's gonna be harrowing and, you know, horrifying and everything. I haven't landed on the Mun in a while, so under 20 kilometers we're gonna start a diesel burn that should put us on a a complete vertical descent. So that's right about now. I need to shave it off like this too. Hold on. He's not helping me really. I need to get it to yeah, this is looking sort of good. We're falling to around this place, which seems to be roughly even. So let's hope that's gonna be what it is. Because, oh my god, otherwise we're just... Yeah, I believe we'll land somewhere between these craters. We'll see how it's gonna be. I'm gonna start a diesel burn at around 10 kilometers, where we will try to get our speed to about sub 100 and keep it there to around 5 kilometer mark. Okay. You got a retrograde orientation. I really started to become fond of these options where the pilot helps you with the orientation of your ship, because it makes it much easier to have it that way. Okay, it seems like we're gonna land on a pretty even spot. At least we're not landing on that. Okay, we're gonna slow down to about 50 meters per second. Come on. Okay. We're still relatively high up, so let's slow this down. 30 meters per second is pretty okay. Let's get it sub 30 now. Put the gear down. Turn the lights on. It will help us with the orientation. Okay, I think we're fairly low now, so let's get it sub 20. Okay. How's the fuel looking? Okay, still pretty good. Okay, we're starting to see the light. Sub 10 now. Yeah, this is a great spot. Man, this is a really great spot. Okay, let's get it sub 5 now. Okay, 4.3 looking good. We're landing very cozily. Okay, sub 3 now. Okay, 2, 1 point. Okay, hold on. No. Oh my god. Turn off the SAS. And just stand even. Don't fall. Oh my god, we've done it. The wiggling and, tilting of the ship is always so harrowing. So first of all, check, yeah, electricity is okay. We do have connection with Kerbal, so that's perfect. Now, what we need to do, get me a crew report. Bob, this is why you've came here. So crew report 2 science points. Transmit the data. Nice. Can you get me an EVA report? Yep, 3.2 science. Oh hey! What the hell, man? Don't tilt the ship. Don't you even think about that. We need this standing. If it falls, we are screwed. Come on, grab, you bastard, and board. Okay, let's transmit this. That's 3.2 science. You start to say something dramatic, an poignant about the plight of Kerbal kind in this ground universe, only to be cut off by random radio chatter and that the situation is nominal. Okay, it's another 3.2. Nice. Now, what we can do here is we can get a temperature 3.2, well, 2.2 when it's transmitted. I'm going to transmit it, and then I'm gonna log the temperature again. I'm gonna do the same with the pressure data. 4.8, 3.4 transmitted. This is pretty cool. Let's log the data again. It's 27. Man, we're raking it. Okay. Mystery goo. That's 4.0 science. 1.7 if we transmit it. So yes, transmit the data. How are we doing on electricity? Good. Now we're gonna observe the other goo, and you can see that we will still get 2.7 science, but we'll have this a little bit lost, you know, or you know, we'll only get this, and this is the extra science that we can get, and we can get it by using our brave Kerbal and go. Okay. Calm down. Oh, no. And wait, that's the other one. Oh, Bob, what are you doing, Bob? What are you doing? Hop. You need to get to the other mystery goo canister that we have already used. And because you are a scientist, you can do your magic on it and you can restore it. Yes. So the module is now operational, which means... come on. Grab and board. Which means that we can now use the other one too. And collect a bit more data from landing. Don't you think about that, vessel? Oh my god, it's so unwieldy. It is so unwieldy. Okay. Now, that's the mystery goo. We got 28.8 science. Awesome. And now we can look at the Science Junior, where the effect is going to be even increased. So we now have 4.9 science if we transmit it. So I'm going to transmit the data. Yes, it's going to render the module inoperable. I'm okay with that. Do we have enough? Yeah, we do have enough electricity. I'm going to get Bob on an EVA again. And he's gonna restore the Science Junior. No, Bob. No, Bob. Don't do this kind of things to me. We wouldn't enjoy that, would we? So did he restore it? Yes. So observe the materials bay. Okay, keep the experiment. You can collect the data. Yes, remove it. And now store it at Jeb's capsule. You can restore this again. Okay, now you can observe it, and you can collect the data again. Yes, and well, and then you can restore it again, can't you? Yeah, you can. Okay, and you can store the experiments, and What are you doing? Oh, I guess I have disabled your RCS module. Well, now we should have one... Yeah, we have data here, and we will have another one in here, so that should be pretty much all the data from the surface of the Mun. I'm not sure if I explained it properly while trying to navigate our Bob Kerman guy, but yeah, that's how it is. We're gonna harvest the moon. And what kind of thing would we be if we wouldn't plant a flag and claim a Mun for ourselves? So, site name, first curbed landing. The Mun is round. Bob and Jeb. Awesome. So we have been here and we finished our missions. Yes, we got another point of science and 21.8 thousand Kerbal bucks, and we also finished the parameter of exploring the Mun, and we got the world first milestones for that. So overall we're not doing that bad on cash, and we're still gonna recover quite a lot of things from this place. So I believe that we might break even. Okay, so now we can still observe the materials bay again. Yeah, we don't need to. We got one data here, we got one data here, and we want to observe this. I guess we don't have to. I'll see if I can get some more data from the launch or orbit or something like that, or maybe I know there was something we could have done with this. So yeah, we have this data here and this data. Do we want to collect it? Because we might take that with us too. I don't know. There's definitely no point in going anywhere around here. We don't have the fuel for it, and we don't even have anything interesting around here anyway. The easiest or the closest biome would probably be this, and that is like, I would guess that's 20, maybe 30 kilometers away, so no thank you. And I really do think that we're gonna give a go to these oh my god, Bob. To these additional collections, because I think there was some data in orbit that we could have gathered, you know, from the goo canister. Hey, wait, observe material. Okay, keep. Now you collect the data, yes. Then you will restore it. You're gonna store the experiment there. And we can observe the goo again. And we should have, yeah, the data here. And I'm gonna do the same thing with the other one. Hey, why did I think of that earlier? We can just stand on this. So collect the data and restore it, and then observe the goo again. Yep. And Bob, you can now get back in here and board. Awesome. So I guess we've done all that we could here. Yeah, we got 2 data here, and we got 2 data here, and I guess that's all. Yeah, we got the temperature. Yeah, it's gonna be 1 extra. We got this. That's also 1 extra. You know what? I'm thinking that I'm gonna collect that as well. Oh man, this is just awful. Okay, so I'm ready.
I have transferred all the data into the crew pods. We have 2 material study, 2 times the goo, we have atmospheric pressure and temperature data all stored here. We also have 1 extra goo here where we got another additional, I guess that would be like 0.1 science, a free goo pod here, and well, we're gonna reset this, and I know that high, somewhere above MUN, we can get additional science. So now all that's left for us is to go home. We do have a lot of science already, and this will give us additional science, which is awesome, but I am unable to even guess what the final amount will be. So let's hope it's gonna be good. Now I'm gonna do a maneuver here where we're gonna burn up, up, up and never stop, just going straight away. Hopefully that's gonna work. I am not entirely sure what that's gonna do. I'm just gonna do it because yeah, we don't want to get stuck anywhere, and this is probably the best way. So we're gonna move like this and come on. Just go. Oh boy, well that's not great, but we're done with you. Goodbye. I'm gonna burn prograde. No, actually don't burn, just straight up. I'm gonna get rid of the lights. I'm gonna toggle the gear. And we're gonna see how we're doing. I'm gonna get it to 25. And it's gonna be enough. And now what can we do if I burn just like that? Is that... That's actually not correct. I guess we'll just burn like this. Wait, will that work? Actually don't know. What kind of burn time do we have here to get out of here? This is way too much, still way too much, and this is just an orbit. So what is this? 700 meters per second. Okay, we got it down to 701. Okay, so it has to be like this, 701, and this would actually get us into a horrible orbit, or horrible escape trajectory. It's a 1 minute 3 second burn. I'm not entirely sold on this whole idea. Is there a way to maybe tweak it a bit? What would this do? 12 million, 21 million. It didn't do anything. Damn. You know what? I'm just gonna risk it, and I'm gonna burn like this. We're nearly at our apoapsis, so I guess I'm gonna wait another, say, 30 seconds, and then I'm gonna start. We'll keep this up to see. We have... Okay, let's do it now. We'll see what that's gonna do. I can honestly say I don't know. We do not have a whole lot of fuel. It's a bit. With what? Hello, partial. I wanted to retract the antenna. I'm pretty sure this might not work. Oh boy, we're burning in the wrong direction. God damn it. Okay, there's no stopping now. Just go. just do it. How are we doing on fuel? We are burning through it very drastically. Just go. Yeah, I was supposed to burn this way. This is gonna be super weird. But I've done it. I have never... Well, never. I have not escaped Kerbin in a... Well, Kerbin MUN in a while, so I'll just see where this leads us. That's million meters, 1.3. I think it's... I must just slow it down, and we'll see whether... Okay, got it. Okay, we're at 722. That's slightly less than I think was projected. but I'm pretty sure the Kerbals, apoapsis, and periapsis is horrifying. The good news is, though, that we're gonna burn at the periapsis, hopefully. Basically heading towards it, so that might be doable. It would be more efficient at the apoapsis, but we are gone for a day, and yeah, I don't think we have enough. Well, we do have enough oxygen, water, and food, but we're running quite high on the waste, water waste, and carbon dioxide. So I don't actually think that's a great idea. So I'll just coast to the Mun escape and be back when we are there. Okay, bad news. As we have been coasting, the periapsis moved quite behind us, so this is not entirely good. And I'm feeling like we're gonna have a bit of a problem here where the Mun is gonna be in our way if we're gonna try to do this. Yeah. So what's this gonna do? Okay, this would hit Kerbin. We have a small... well... that's not entirely 1 hour... yeah, we would get for about an hour in the zone of effect of Mun again. But I believe this would be pretty doable. I don't want to hit Kerbin that hard though, yeah. 61 is too much. We need the atmosphere to capture us on our first try. 46 is okay, but let's go for 43. 28 is too much. 58. Yeah, I guess this is not entirely important. We'll just wing it. This is a 422 meter per second burn though, and that is not entirely good. I guess I'm just gonna try to burn it now, because whatever happens, it's better to do it here than later. So let's get rid of this and watch what's gonna happen. Okay, so we're passing the moment where we meet Mun. The moment where we meet it here. Okay, that's 2,000,000, 800, 500, 400, 300, 200. Okay, that will completely... wait, what am I burning? What the hell am I doing? Am I burning retrograde or what? Am I burning prograde? I'm confused here. I'm burning the opposite way that I would expect to, but it seems to be working, so I'm not gonna complain. And hey, we got quite a lot of fuel left. So what's gonna happen here? Did we... I think we switched our... yeah, we completely switched our orientation. Now we're gonna go this way, I think. Or no? No. Okay, not. That was a weird maneuver there, really. I'm confused about this. And while we are coasting here, I think we might do a little thing and go check the Space Hunter if we don't have some extra mission for our crew. So what is here? Explore Kerbin. Oh, it's the rendezvous again. Okay. Sense data from space around Minmus. That's good for the future. We're gonna have a mission to Minmus soon. Sense data from space around Kerbin. Okay, we can do that. It's 5,000. Well, not entirely. No, actually, that is 5,500. Okay, we'll do that. Temperature surveys. Okay, that's all. So, we're coming home. We are coming home. And I grabbed a bit of science while we were going to our node there. we got what? 1.6 science from the material study while in space near the Mun. I'm gonna close this door, and I think we got one of these goo canisters also. Yeah, observation while in space near Mun. That's another 0.2 science. So that's another, 1.9 science. That counts. So we're just gonna coast towards Kerbal, and I'll be back when we're there. Okay, we are less than 2.5 minutes away from our periapsis, and I think it's time to prepare for the final descent. So what I'm gonna do now here is I'm going to, well, actually I can let Jeb take care of this. I'm gonna take a crew report and transmit it, which should finish up one of the missions that we have taken. Yep. We got that, and once we enter the atmosphere on our re-entry, I'm gonna start burning retrograde to shave off a bit of the speed, because we are not going at a reasonable pace here. This is very fast. Okay, well, I guess we still have quite a lot of fuel left. However, it seems like a lot of fuel, but it's 16 out of 180, so it's not that much. It could be much more. So this was a really on-the-spot mission where we pretty much had everything. Oh, okay, we're already at the atmosphere's reach. So I'm gonna get rid of this fuel, which unfortunately is gonna shrink our periapsis down too, but, we're going there anyway. Now, goodbye, you. And we're gonna prepare for... Okay, for that. Okay. At 55 kilometers, I think that's the first. We're going really fast, and now we have no way to steer this. I'm just gonna make sure that Jeb is in control this whole time. Are we? Yeah. Hopefully we're not gonna hit this engine. But I think we're okay. Yeah. Okay. That could be us. Oh boy, yeah, we're shaving off the ablator really fast. That's 22 down already, and we're still at 40 kilometers. Perhaps it's at 46. We're not gonna go back up. However, I'm feeling really bad about this heat we're generating. I should have put on some radiators, but it's actually possible that if I did put on radiators, the amount of engine fuel we had left, in that would not be enough to, we wouldn't have enough for every kilogram counts, is what I'm trying to say here. Okay, we've almost shaved 50 out of 200 of the ablator, so I'm both happy that I wasn't cheap on this and scared that we might actually really explode. Okay, yeah, we're shaving off. We're actually, yeah, we just passed the periapsis, so we're now going up, but we're slowing down, so that's good. I wonder when's that point where we will... Oh boy, don't tell me we're going back up. That would be ridiculous. I don't think that's gonna happen. But yeah, this is what on fire means. Yeah, 65 down, 134 to go. Yeah, we're definitely not going back up. But boy, is this... How does this look from the inside? Yeah, it's not that scary. I was expecting it to be way more scary. Uh, 47 kilometers. Yeah, we burned almost through 50% of our ablator. Yeah, there we go. This is no longer an orbit, but a fall. Which is good. Yeah, and we're reaching reasonable re-entry speeds, so this is gonna be okay. But losing almost half of our actual ablator is definitely not something you would like.
What are these? These are all parachutes, right? Yeah, I didn't put on any drug chutes. They would just be dead weight. Or that's what I like to tell myself. I don't think they would, but... yeah, we're slowing down, but... damn... really like a meteor at this point. We're still rising, and then we're gonna keep falling again. I wasn't aware that there were decimal places on the elevator, but there are now. I guess the game is trying to scare me here. 74, yeah, we lost over 50% on the elevator. I was always wondering, like, yeah, we had like 20 lost, tops 25, so this is where it is really scary. Yeah, even if I took away 100, we would be dead. Well, not us, Jeb and Bob would be dead by now. I'm so glad I didn't do that. Okay, just with these two parachutes, we slowed down to a reasonable 4.9 meters per second, and that tells me that we don't even need that upper parachute, so that's something to keep in mind. I think they are not that heavy, like 0.1 ton, but it's good to know that I can go, you know, cheap on them, maybe, if I found a way how to do that. Not entirely sure, but you know, the two parachutes are just enough. So we could just put like a small nose cone up here. Well, that wouldn't be real aerodynamic, but this is good. I like this upper module. I think I'm gonna use it from now on as a sort of a stage, because it's good to take, you know, people like Bob on a trip where they can do more science, and that's something that we need. So we're gonna be you know, the booster, we're gonna be boosterless. But if you follow my if you get my drift, if you follow my lead in this conversation. But I really do like how this behaves and how it looks. How much are we left with? 72. Yeah, and it's completely charred. 72 is pretty awful. Okay, so now comes the fun part. Let's recover the vessel and see what we have achieved. Please be at least 10 science. Please be at least 10 science. Come on. 53. Okay, well, it's 18 science. And we got recovery of vessel return from the surface of Mun. 3 points. Then we got Mystery Goo atmospheric pressure scan. Yeah, we got quite a lot. That's awesome. Well, it's actually 18.2. Okay, 18.2. Good. And, yeah, Jebediah gained 2 experience points, and Bob got 7, so he advanced to level 1. I don't know what he's gonna be capable of now that he advanced. So let's see. Will it tell me? Orbit around... No, that's... I don't know. Orbit around Kerbin. Plant a flag on the Mun. Oh, okay. Jebediah got that as well. So they got orbit around Kerbin and plant a flag on the Mun. So there's levels. Okay, so it's orbit, landed, I guess, and then there's planting a flag. So Jebediah needs quite a lot more actually to get to level 3. But what did Bob get? Vessel science return 105%, and part science return 105. Reset experiments, and he got a slightly higher G-force tolerance now, so that's good. Max sustainable G's 5.8. Wow, so Bob is definitely someone we want to take on another mission. I'm kind of sad that I didn't take Valentina, but I really felt like we needed the best man here. Valentina will go to Mun soon in some other missions, because we need a bit more science. We got 53 now. That's enough to unlock either aviation or flight control, but I'm not really thrilled about either of these. I'm really oogling the fuel systems, because these tanks are just great, and the external fuel duct would make us 10 times more efficient. Or, actually now I'm also in favor of the kickback solid fuel booster, but yeah, we're missing
37 science to get this. So there will be more missions, but I guess, yeah, I'm definitely gonna go to Minmus now. We get 3 missions. I don't think these will be interesting, but I'm gonna Google the missions and see if I can, for example, get some... okay, I'm supposed to haul a booster. I don't want this mission at all. But if we could just get that booster again, we could send the same mission to Minmus. Because, frankly, I'm starting to feel like Minmus is actually easier than Mun. It's a bit harder to hit it, but I've become really good at that. And you need to burn a bit more energy to get there, but it's much easier to get away from Minmus and actually to land on Minmus. So we would end up, I think, with a lot more spare fuel, and we would get more science. So thank you for joining me for this mission. I'm happy with the outcome. We had like 13, so we get almost, I think, maybe even more than 4-day science overall. And as that is a very good result, yeah, we got quite a lot of science here. We're either gonna do this mission again, or I'm gonna do the same mission on Minmus. And if we do it on Minmus, I will take you guys on board with me. But not right now. Now we're gonna do a ridiculous mission where I'm gonna take the wheels to a support bit of trajectory and do some observational surveys for money. Oh, actually, that's nice. We get 555. Did we get some world firsts for recovering a vessel? Oh yeah, we did. Okay, so that's extra money. Good. So yeah, I'm gonna be sciencing, and I guess, you know, this would be awesome if we could get to 902, and I'm actually not that far. So with that other mission, we're gonna get to somewhere like 650. So then we might be able to collect surface samples. And surface samples are something that would just, you know, take our science off this world. Literally.